G'day there, and thanks very much for joining me on Rex Hunt Fishing Adventures. Now, folks, we've got a great show for you as usual. Sit back and relax. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
Look at that!
The old bearded birdler, he's in his element.
Threw it into his mouth. Unbelievable, mate.
It's just like nature. It's what we're all about.
I tell you what, this is just fantastic. Wagons, ho! Oh, thank your mother for the rabbits.
Just when they think it's safe to come out. It's not an animal.
Bang!
I guess in the end, that's probably why we all go fishing.
The mighty Australian gum tree, the symbol of what the great Australian bush is all about. And so's the water behind me, folks. This is the mighty Murray River, which divides Victoria and New South Wales just near the township of Yarrawonga over the top of that hill. And with me, Adam Royter and Stephen Booth is going to be navigating today. And Adam, you've made some pretty big promises here for our particular trip today.
I certainly have, and I know I shouldn't have opened my mouth, but I'm feeling really, really confident today.
About what?
About us catching fish.
What type of fish?
Murray Cod and Yellowbelly, or golden perch, as they're commonly known.
A promise?
Okay, I promise.
We've got that on tape, folks. Wagons ho there, Stephen. Come fishing, folks. It should be an interesting day.
Yep.
Oh, good boy. But he grabbed it just near the boat.
Yep.
He must have just followed you up, did he?
Yep. There he is.
What do you think it is?
Oh, it's a Yellowbelly.
Yellow. Well done. Hang on a minute.
There we go.
You got him?
That's it, he's in.
Well done.
Look at that.
Well, sorry about that, folks. We didn't mean to leave you behind. But Adam has done the business here with a nice Yellowbelly in Mulwala. Now, technically, it is a golden perch, isn't it?
It
That's what it's
certainly
called?
is, that's right. In South Australia, I think they call them collops, don't they?
They do call them callop, yeah.
Callop. Isn't he a beauty? Look at that.
He's a lovely
now,
fish.
unusual to get them on the back treble. Normally the Yellowbelly will come in from the side and attack something at the front end to kill it, or to at least knock it out and then swim back and eat it. So normally you get them on this treble here, but this one,
very nice.
Yeah.
Well, while Adam's preparing this fish for release, that is an Australian native species. That is that it was here before we were here. And when we talk about introduced species, we talk about the brown and rainbow trout and the Chinook salmon, particularly from the salmonids. And then you have what we call as our pest, is the European carp, which has been brought from the Northern Hemisphere, and a lot of our English perch as well. So what Adam's going to do now, he's going to run you through how to revive a fish and release it.
How's that sound?
Just like that. Now,
Sorry, folks.
But what you usually do is the fact is that you have to revive them. But he was just sort of laying down, enjoying a little bit of a rub on the tummy you gave him.
Well, surprisingly enough, those fish will sit so docile in the boat, the very second you put them back in the water, they give you a shower.
Just like a barramundi, they're pretty docile. But just finishing off, folks, and this is a beautiful time for me because we have been working our absolute butt off. I can tell you that quite seriously, haven't we? We have cast our arms off and we're just about to give it away, and all of a sudden Adam comes up with the goods. The introduced species, the European carp and the redfin, sometimes much maligned. I like catching a feed of reddies. They're English perch, they're fantastic. But amongst those fish like European carp, there are some magnificent Australian natives. We came for a Murray Cod. We haven't been successful as yet. However, there's always the next time.
And there's still at least a good 15 minutes worth of fishing to go today.
Is
Come on,
there?
let's
I
go.
haven't got a watch. Where's the sun? It's up there. Let's fish, Kimasabi. Congratulations, young man.
Thanks, old trout.
You don't know what that meant to me,
Yeah, I bet I do.
and he knows what it meant to him. Thank you very much. I'll have one more cast, old boy.
One more cast. You know what the one more cast is?
What is it?
300 more after that.
No, mate. I tell you what, we haven't got all day here, and we've got a lovely fish. We might have missed out on the Murray Cod, but I tell you what, this really hurts me to say this. I've actually enjoyed fishing with you.
Fair dinkum. That must hurt.
No, quite seriously, you're a young gun and you're into native fishing and you're into trout fishing, that sort of thing.
Love it all.
It's a beautiful area, and I suppose you, like me, would have liked to have seen it before the European carp and all the damming and the locking went on.
So much would have loved to have fished it before all of that went on, yeah?
Well, Yarrawonga is the Murray side in Victoria, and Mulwala, the Murray bank on the New South Wales side. Lake Mulwala, this is the backup of it here. It's a pretty nice water, and I can thoroughly recommend that even if you're not a fisherman, you get up here and have a look. It's a pretty nice place, isn't it?
It is a beautiful part of the world, yeah.
Well, folks, I'm Rex Hunt and you're not. This is Adam Royter. We're on location here at Lake Mulwala. We mightn't have killed them, but we had a fantastic time.
G'day. How about this for a great way to take in the sights and get a little bit of wind in your hair? What's left of it anyway. This is a Bufori handmade sports car, and Bufori you ask? No, unfortunately it's not mine. I had to hire it, but it's worth every cent that I paid. Talking about taking in the sights, isn't it funny how you can live somewhere for almost half your life and still not see it quite the same way that outside visitors do? Well, this is my home patch. This is the seaside town of Kiama on the south coast of New South Wales, only a little over an hour's drive from the southern suburbs of Sydney. I've been here for about a decade and a half, and no matter where I go in the world, I always look forward to coming back. Apart from anything else, I reckon the fishing here is one of the best kept secrets in the piscatorial world, especially the offshore fishing for sport and game fish, and that's what we're about today. I'm going to take you out on the good ship Seeker, looking for some blue water adventure. First of all, though, I've just got to work out how to get out of here. I'll be with you in a minute.
Told you I like that lure on the long corner, Steve.
Yeah, the long corner was looking good. Well folks, this is what it's all about. It's pure adrenaline. Nice big striped marlin's come up and nailed the lure. We saw him there. Ian just free spooled it a little bit, dropped the lure back to him, and he nailed it. And now we're hooked up, we're losing a lot of line.
Looks like Trevor's going to come around on him and drive down on it, see?
Okay, now we settle in to the fight. It's all pandemonium there to begin with because we're trying to clear the other lures, get them out of the way, get the teaser in. And basically everyone just sort of forgets about the angler while they're doing that, which is fair enough. And then when you get them all in, you can go after the fish. Trevor's coming around in a nice gradual arc now, just so I can start recovering line. This fish hasn't jumped at all yet, but he's up very close to the surface. He's a long way out. He's probably taken 250 metres of line.
Wasn't a bad fish either. It looked like about 80 kilos,
he looks
I reckon.
80 or 90 to me. Oh, I think he did. Yeah, he's jumping. Doesn't matter how many times you do this, and I've caught a few marlin over the years. The old heart still doing 1,000 miles an hour. It's pretty exciting stuff, especially when you end up with a whole lot of slack line like I did there before. The fish double back. It's good now though, we've got plenty of weight on him.
There's been that much bait in the water, Steve, around here. The striped marlin is so fat and healthy, they're pulling really hard at the moment.
They do pull hard.
They're really well conditioned fish. Doing well without a harness and that long rod, mate.
I was just starting to think about going for the harness.
How's the lower back, all right?
Oh, pretty good. It's the arms that are getting me. Like to see that line angling up like that.
Probably just hold it there. He's just gone down behind us. Just going to put the kidney harness on to give Steve's back a rest.
Ah, now we're cooking. Woo!
That'll give the back a rest.
Oh. What the guys have done is put a kidney harness onto me, and they're called a kidney harness because they allow you to take all the weight down low on your back. It's not levering me over the top like it was before. The fish has gone down deep underneath us. It's just finning along very powerfully. I'm going to have to work for line now.
Just trickling off, Trev. It's just taking a little bit. Probably just let the fish get a little bit of line there out, raise the angle, and then we'll be able to work on him a bit better.
Right. So you find rather than staying over the top of them, you're better off to get off them a little bit?
Yeah, there's not much you can do when they're straight down anyway. You know, you can't manoeuvre them. So.
Oh, thanks, mate. Listen to him crackling now.
Righto, might spin around and see if we can get some back, Trev. Got a bit of low gear happening there.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
go back.
Well.
You think that's a good idea?
Yeah, good idea.
These Shimano Tiagras are a 2-speed reel, and on Ian's advice, I've just flicked it into low gear, which means that the spool turns less often than I turn the handle, but I have a mechanical advantage.
Use all the drag you want to, mate. If you want to use
Yep, go up to the button.
Yeah, right up. The thing with the low gear is you can wind very close to the actual strike.
Oh, yeah.
See how easy
Like
you
that,
can wind
just
against
slipping.
the strike drag? So
Yep.
the second there's any line there to be taken, you can wind it back on without having to work too hard on the hand.
10, 15 years ago, most of these fish would have been caught by an angler sitting in a game chair, but stand-up tackles changed all that, and I tell you what, it's a lot of fun. And the other thing is it means you can do it out of a small boat. You don't need a chair.
Yeah, and you're much more involved as an angler.
Absolutely, you're not just a winder sitting there, people yelling instructions at you. He's right up high now.
Yep.
Important to just keep laying that line back and forward across the spool too with my thumb like I'm doing. It's easy to get carried away and just wind it all in one spot.
That's right, you've got to remind a lot of anglers that they do have to pay some attention to the line on the spool and not keep watching for the fish all the time, because that's when it gets bunched up in the middle, and of course you risk jamming the line in the reel and breaking the fish off.
Marlin fishing is a team sport. It's one of the few forms of angling that is. Everyone on board's involved. And that's good in a way, because even if you only catch one fish for the day, your 4 or 5 mates who come out with you have had a great day too and seen something that is just special in the world of fishing. You can hear that line crackling, and that shows it's up fairly close to its breaking point. Got a fair bit of drag on there now.
think you're wearing him down, Steve. It was touch and go there for a while, but I think you're wearing him down.
I don't know who's wearing who down, Ian. I tell you, I haven't done this for a while. I might have been a bit younger and a bit fitter last time I did it too.
But you haven't been going to the gym lately,
I
have you?
haven't, no, I might have to start again. Come on up, fella, come on up. I think he is.
That's good, Trevor. Keep it coming.
I'm lifting him now. I can feel him coming up through the water. The knot you can see there just above the water is the double knot. We've got a short double of 1 metre or so, then a snap swivel, and then about 4 metres of heavy nylon leader.
Might have to. Yeah, might have to back up on him. Okay, let's go and get him. It's a nice fish, mate.
Big fish.
Follow it.
Tag in, please.
Hang on. Well, that's why he was so hard, mate. Look at that. You're pulling him from the top of the head.
I better have a look at my fish, I suppose. That was just a little bit too hard.
Okay, hooks are out. Look, he's got a, looks like he's got a healed cookie cutter.
Yeah, he has.
Bite there.
Ah, yeah, I got him. Oh, look at that for a beautiful fish. He's ready to go too. Oh, lovely fish. It's always a good idea just to swim them a little bit first, make sure they're okay. Oh yeah, here we go. We've got a special device here called a snooter, which allows you to hold them by the bill. And then I guess it's just... Yep, I got it.
You can poke his head under and
I can
swim
get him out in the light there now. People probably get a little bit concerned about the little scars there on his back from the hook and everything, but they, I'll just let him drop back a little bit further.
He's fine,
Quite
mate.
quickly. Oh, look at him go. Oh, he's putting his fin up. And he's starting to kick and swim quite strongly. What I'm going to do now is just release the pressure and let him go. See ya, mate. Oh, what a magnificent animal. And back down he goes to terrorise those bait fish. Well, Ian, put it there, mate.
I didn't think you were going to do it there for a while.
It's too long since I've done that. It's hard work.
Well, you chose a hard way to do it.
I did, standing up on 50-pound gear and foul hooking the fish, but anyway, that's the way it goes. You can still see Kiama there behind me. Like I said, it's a pretty good game in sport fishing port. And Trevor's put us onto the goods today. I've had enough, mate. Let's go home.
I think there's a cold drink in there somewhere.
Good.